Hello, everyone. Welcome to Durrett's Take. Let's get started. So, as I do, to kick off the weekend, I go over my NFL Week 2 predictions for each game. So, let's get started. For Thursday Night Football, you have the New York Giants, who are 0-1, and Washington football team is 0-1. Washington's favored by 3 points. With Fitzpatrick out, Heineke in, how will he do against the Giants? I don't know. So far this game, I just want to lean on what we do know. What we know is that Washington's D line against New York's O line is a mismatch, and that should kind of be enough of all else to kind of decide how this game should go. So therefore, Washington, I feel like will get the win in a close game here. I have them winning at home 19-13. Cincinnati versus Chicago. Both Cincinnati 1-0, Chicago 1. Chicago is favored by 3 here at home. Unlike the Rams, the Bengals have a bad O-line, so that Bears D-line should be able to cause some problems for Burrow. Also, since Bengals is not the Rams defense, Dalton can look better and has to do better in order to keep his job. Now, with how the Bears secondary played, the Bengals passing game should be able to be fine here. And I feel like this game will come down right to the wire. But I feel like at home, and it's Chicago, even though it's not as bad weather right now and cold right now, it's still kind of a tough windy city for a reason. Still a tough place to play. So I'm going to get the edge here to Chicago, and I have them winning in a low-scoring game, 24-21. Houston went over versus Cleveland on 1. Cleveland's favored by 12.5. I hope Houston enjoyed their win last week. And you should enjoy your win because Cleveland is a different animal than Jacksonville. If Houston can just keep this close, that's a moral victory for them. But Baker won't, throw 3 picks like Lawrence did. And Houston's O-line has to face Garrett and Clowney. So expect a blowout here. The line is right. Well, actually, not that right. I feel like it's going to be more than 12.5 points. I have them winning 31-13. LA Rams went up versus Indianapolis 0-1. Rams are favored by 4. Stafford looked good last week, and I think that trend continues here on the road. The Colts secondary gave up a lot of big plays to Seattle last week, especially to Lockett. And the Rams, as we saw last week, they thrive off of those explosive plays. So I feel like they can take advantage of that. And also, since Carson Wentz still got sacked a lot in week 1, Aaron Donald is going to have a feast with sacking Carson Wentz. I feel like it will slow the Colts offense down. So I have the Rams winning 31-16, so they'll definitely cover. Buffalo on 1 versus Miami 1-0. Buffalo's favored by 3. Man, if Miami can get an upset here and the Bills fall to 0-2, that would be so crazy to comprehend and think about because hardly anyone saw that coming after the successful year they had last year. I think you'll see a similar game to last week for both teams. Bad offense or mediocre offense, whatever you want to call it, and then good defense. I think Bills will learn from their mistakes and a loss versus Miami coming off a win. So I feel like Buffalo win here on the road and survive by field goal. I have them winning 20-17. New England 0-1 versus the New York Jets 0-1. The Patriots are favored by 5.5. I hope Zach Wilson is rested up, recovered from that whiplash, because he's going to suffer another beatdown this week. The Patriots D-line is a different beast than the Panthers D-line. No disrespect to them because the Panthers D-line has improved. But the Patriots D-line's a whole different story here. And the Jets O-line will once again be overwhelmed. And Mac Jones will get his first win as a starter. I have New England winning 24-10. San Francisco 1-0 versus Philadelphia 1-0. 49ers are favored by 3.5 points. Here you go, Philly. If you're for real, if you're the real deal, do what you do last week against Atlanta, against a playoff caliber team here in the 49ers, even though they have some injuries issues. Not as bad as the Ravens right now, but they have injury issues of their own. Luckily, you have a blueprint here at Philadelphia. The Lions show that you can run the ball right up the middle on the 49ers. So Philly, since they have a good running game, both the Miles Sanders and then obviously Jalen Hurts as a run threat, make sure you do that. But in the end, I feel like the 49ers will force them. Jalen Hurts to use his arm at some point, and that'll be enough to have the 49ers win the game here against a Philly defense, which they should be able to outscore Philly defense. I have San Francisco winning 34-24. Las Vegas 1-0 versus Pittsburgh 1-0. Pittsburgh's favored by 5.5. If you're Pittsburgh, you got to perform better offense than last week. You have a suspect O-line, and as we saw from Vegas, that D-line can make you pay if you have a suspect O-line. Now, it also goes the other way. Pittsburgh defense should give that new Raiders O-line problems. For some reason, I thought the Ravens were going to do that, but they didn't. to a degree, but Pittsburgh should be able to do that better. So I think Pittsburgh wins at home, but this would be a lot closer game than some of the experts think here. I'm going to go Pittsburgh 21, Vegas 16. New Orleans versus Carolina 1-0. New Orleans favored by 3.5. I don't expect Jameis to throw for 5 touchdowns again. Maybe even he has a pick this time. But against a young secondary, I feel like he should be just fine in this game. I think the Carolina offense will actually struggle against the Saints defense, in my opinion, because the Saints defense is different than the Jets defense, and they only scored 19 against the Jets defense. Mainly because I feel like the Saints, they're excellent at stopping the runs, therefore they can contain Christian McCaffrey, just make him only a threat in the passing game. Because if you could do that, then you're going to have a great chance to win. So while the Saints have the offensive coaching staff issues of COVID, I feel like they should still be able to get the win here. I have Saints winning 27-17. Denver 1-0 versus Jacksonville 1. Denver's favored by 6. This is a game where you just got to stay away from it. Like, there's no need to watch it. Denver will blow them out. You can just look at the final score and call it good. That's all you need to do there. Or at least that's what Denver should do against it. I'm surprised the line's only 6 here. It should be like 20, like in my opinion, but we'll see. I have Denver winning 38-13. Minnesota 0-1 versus Arizona 1-0. Arizona's favored by 4.5. This would be a tough ask for Minnesota here. Going to Arizona, defend Kyler Murray and those weapons with a bad secondary. Arizona having a good D-line has the capability to slow down Cook like they did to Henry last week. So I think Arizona will just prove to be too much for the Vikings as they get the win here. At home, I have Arizona 34-17. Atlanta 0-1 versus Tampa Bay 1-0. Tampa Bay's favored by 12.5. Again, this is like the Denver, Jacksonville, just, or Houston, Cleveland to a degree. Like, just throw this. Don't even watch this game. Tampa Bay should win this one easily. Tampa Bay can have 6 turnovers in this game. They'll still win by 20. Compared to how Atlanta played last week, I mean, Tampa Bay wins this one by halftime. They win 41-9, in my opinion. Dallas 0-1 versus Chargers 1-0. The Chargers are favored by 3 at home. Now, this is a very hard game for me to pick here. One of the hardest games for me to pick, actually. I think while the Chargers defense is good, I think the Cowboys, as they showed against a good Buccaneers defense, they can score a lot of points, a little more specifically in the passing game, so they can score a lot of points, especially if the kickers line can make us kicks this time. But I also think Herbert will feast on a bad Cowboys defense. So I think this is a close, high-scoring affair, but I feel like in the end, Dallas will get the last shot this time, unlike Tampa Bay did, and they will get the needed win in the winning drive. I have them winning 30-28. Tennessee 0-1 versus Seattle 1-0. Seattle's favored by 5.5. I know Tennessee shouldn't look that bad throughout the season. I don't expect them to be that bad throughout the season, but it will not get much better in this game. Seahawks have good defense to contain Henry. Tannehill, and the offense should feast like Arizona did. So the Seahawks win 35-20. Kansas City 1-0 versus Baltimore 0-1. Kansas City's favored by 4 for Sunday Night Football here. Just based off recent history, this is the team that Lamar Jackson struggles with the most. And I feel like it won't get any better this year with the suspect O-line and all the injuries they have. So I think this may be close for half, but the Chiefs, I feel like, can actually get double digits here and win easily. I have the Chiefs winning 34-17. And then for Monday Night Football, you have Detroit 0-1 versus Green Bay 0-1. Green Bay's favored by 10.5. I think Rodgers will not have 2 picks this time and will have at least 1 touchdown, if not more. I also think Aaron Jones will rush for more than 9 yards. I don't think it'll be a blowout like the line indicates here, though. Detroit showed last week that even if they're down by, they will hang in there and play to the wire. And if the Packers get lackadaisical or lazy again, like they did against the Saints, then that could spell trouble. But at home, though, and the home fans, I know the Packers won't tolerate some laziness there. So I think the Packers will win here, but I think it'll be closer than what the experts think, and I think they survive here, 28-24. So thank you very much for listening to my podcast today. Please subscribe to my channel. Tell everyone about me. Thank you very much, and you all have a wonderful day.